Aces Wild, Hell on Rails, Episode 13. Standing in the dark, silhouetted by flames, they watched the house fall to the ground. The last few pops of bullet shells went silent, and all that was left was the stench of smoke. Chase broke the silence first.
This ends tonight.
A normally optimistic Chance looked doubtful.
How? We've got no money, no gunmen, only a couple of bundles of dynamite and a handful of shells. There's no way this plan will work now.
Shaking his head, he looked to the ground. Kicking at the dirt to catch his attention, Chase remained livid.
We've got a new plan,
he voiced, an eerie venom to his tone that Chance didn't recognize in his friend.
Yeah? And what's that?
Blow the train, burn the opium, and kill them all.
The words almost startled Chance as he heard them. Chase stayed seething from the events.
I like it.
Red Sky piped in, standing tall, puffing out his bare chest.
What about the girls and Jack?
Chance asked, while wondering if there was any plan Red Sky didn't like. For once, it was Chance appearing the more steadfast and even-tempered, the reasonable one. The safety of all needed to be addressed.
What about us? We're going with you.
Belle turned to face the others. Looking annoyed and dumbfounded, Chase instantly shot out in disbelief.
You're going back to the lake until we come get you, and this time you'll stay there.
Shooting a look towards Tatsuo, Chance watched as she lifted a finger to her lips, hinting at their secret. No one had told Chase what transpired at the lake, and this certainly wasn't the time. Belle stepped up in anger. She met his eyes, equally enraged.
And if you die tonight, I guess we'll just live at the lake. I've already saved you once. You need guns, and I have one.
What about Tatsuo and Jack?
Tatsuo can handle herself, and Honey will guard Jack. We'll watch your back from the tree line. Nobody will even know we're there.
Backing away from the argument, Chance whispered with Tatsuo as she held Jack, who didn't like the yelling. Making himself scarce as well, Red Sky saw to the horses while stomping out grass fires.
You are not going with us. You're going back to the lake and waiting, and if we don't come back, you get the hell out of here. Start a new life far from McGregor.
Now, Belle's fury grew. Not only did she have no intentions of ever going back to that lake, she didn't much like being told what to do either.
Fine. We're going to the lake. You boys go play cowboy and we'll go knit something for your funerals.
She shoved him roughly away from her path. Sweeping up Jack and Tatsuo, they headed for the horses.
Come, Honey,
Belle called. Surprising to Chase, Honey quickly followed, leaving him to wonder if the dog had two masters now.
I don't want to go back to the lake. What if the body's still there?
Squeezing her tight, Belle gave reassurance.
Oh, we're not going to the lake. The boys aren't the only ones who can make plans. Let them think what they want. We're going to the trees.
What about Jack?
I don't expect to be noticed. Not with an exploding train. If things go sideways, we run and hide.
Tatsuo shrugged in response.
It's better than the lake. Jackie be okay?
Jack just nodded in return as the four headed off. Chase believed wholeheartedly that they followed his order, but Chance had his doubts. He knew what happened at the lake, and he knew the girls could handle themselves fine. As the girls wandered off, the boys regrouped to further embellish their plan. It was much bolder and simpler than taking in McGregor, along with his ledgers and opium for trial. Basically, the plan was to kill everyone and burn everything. Chance knew he couldn't reason with Chase at this point. His own temper flared, and with the girls out of the picture, the plan seemed to make more sense now. After the incident, McGregor must be stopped. Everything went too far, way too quickly, and it would only get worse. Digging a small nook under the track, they'd place the dynamite, blowing the tracks and derailing the train. During the confusion, Chase and Chance would take out McGregor's men, while Red Sky would set fire to the opium. Hopefully, McGregor would be killed during the battle. However, if he managed to escape, Chance and Red Sky would find the girls at the lake and lead them to safety. Chase would pursue McGregor in bounty hunter fashion to the end of the earth if need be. There was a clearing in the trees that opened up into a field, housing the watershed where the train normally stopped. Choosing the edge of the tree line to place the dynamite gave them a place to hide as the train approached. Blowing the tracks, they'd derail the train, sending it crashing into the clearing. Circling the wreckage on horseback, Red Sky and Chase would take out anyone who survived the crash. Marching in from the rear, Chance would do the same. After digging out the niche for the dynamite, Chance waited, ears to the track as Chase and Red Sky sat on the horses, tucked into the trees. A full moon lit the meadow as they silently waited, Chance with his lighter and Chase with his rifle. Red Sky clutched a satchel with several rag-wicked bottle bombs. For the longest time, the only sounds heard were those of owls and crickets. In the distance, across the clearing, also on the edge of the tree line, sat the girls, Jack and Honey. They couldn't spy the boys, but Honey gave a clue to their location by affixing on their spot directly across the clearing. Belle waited with a rifle in hand while Tatsuo held McGregor's shotgun in case anyone got too close. Further back, peeking around a pine, Jack waited, scared of what was coming. Feeling the tremor of the track against his cheek, Chance listened for the distant hum before giving a signal that the train was near. Its headlight danced across the trees as it made the final bend before the clearing. Waiting for the last possible moment, Chance lit the fuse before retreating. Drawing his pistol, he waited. The train shook the ground as the engine passed, followed by McGregor's luxury car. Then more cars passed as everyone began thinking Chance must have timed the fuse wrong. Between each car on the platform stood 2 guards. 8 passed before it came to the realization that the dynamite was a dud. The girls could tell something was wrong. Panicking, Tatsuo backed further into the tree line to protect Jack as Belle followed the train with her rifle. Red Sky fidgeted with the bottles in his satchel while waiting for Chase or Chance to make the next move. At a loss, Chance turned, not knowing what to do. The dynamite didn't blow, and Red Sky was using his horse. Standing there, jaw dropped, pistol in hand, all he could do was watch the train pass. As for Chase, desperate times called for desperate measures.
Son of a...
He yelled, galloping into the clearing. Chance's eyes grew wide.
What are you doing?
It's time to improvise.
Working the reins, Chase set off. Nobody had any idea how he planned to take the train, least of all the men. The steam engine started to wind down as the train slowed for the station, when one of McGregor's men yelled from a platform between cars.
"They're here! Don't stop!"
A whistle pierced the air as the engineer throttled the steam. Gunfire erupted from the train. Distancing himself, Chase rode parallel while trying to reach the engine. The train picked up speed, letting out another, louder, longer whistle, showing its full intent to run past the station. Following the whistle was Red Sky's signature war cry. 2 men burst into flames as he struck them with a bottle bomb. Slowing down, he lit another, and spinning his horse, he struck 2 more. Bullets flew all around Chase as he approached the steam engine. One zoomed by his head as he attempted to get close. Disappointed, he started to fall back again. But suddenly bullets started flying from a new direction. Looking over, he spotted a shadowy figure darting tree to tree. With each shot, another of McGregor's men fell. Chase once again gained on the engine. Passing it, he stopped to pull out the last stick of dynamite. Lighting the dynamite, he threw, but it came up short. Cringing, Chase looked up to see McGregor holding the rifle that just struck him in the shoulder, a puff of smoke fading from the barrel. All seemed lost. Then gloom turned to doom as a voice screamed from the tree line.
No! Honey! Honey, no!
Chase's stomach dropped, knowing the girls and Jack were present. Jack yelled again, but it was too late. Dirt flew as Honey's feet struck the ground. The game was on. Grabbing the stick of dynamite, Honey tore through the terrain like the wind.
Honey!
Echoed throughout the treetops, from everyone in every direction.
Honey?
She didn't cease. Disappearing, she passed right in front of the train. Jack felt terrified.
Drop it! Drop it! Just please, drop it!
Blowing off the tracks, the steam engine and cars derailed in all directions. It was a spectacular mess. Grinding metal, flying debris, screaming men, and steam. Chase and friends watched in awe as the cars piled up, impressed by the feat, saddened by Honey. But then, around the crashing caboose, coming full circle, dirt continued flying.
She dropped it! She really dropped it!
Honey returned to Jack. Red Sky prepared to light his last bottle bomb as Chance came running in to help take care of any survivors. There were none, but one. Grinding to a halt, just shy of the water tower, a train wreck rested at McGregor's feet. Standing there, rifle still pointed at Chase, he prepared to take the kill shot when a voice came from behind.
Drop it.
McGregor heard, as his own double-barrel shotgun pressed into his back, firmly held by Tatsuo. Dumbfounded, he let his rifle fall to the ground. Walking up, Chase held a rope in one hand while clutching his shoulder with the other. Binding McGregor's hands, he was finally ready for justice. But Chance had other plans. Rising from the shadows, drawing his six, he placed it against McGregor's temple.
Stop! We can still bring him in.
You said, kill them all.
Reflecting flames from the crash, Chance's eyes glowed with rage.
That's when we didn't have a choice. He's unarmed. The train's gone. We can still bring him in, just like we planned.
This man raped Tatsuo and tried to burn us all alive. I'm gonna kill him. Here and now.
You want your wife and Jack to see that. To see you kill an unarmed man. Because that's what they'll see. A killer. Every time they look at you.
Lowering his pistol, Chance looked at his son as Tatsuo threw her arms around him, proud that he stood down. Relief flooded Jack's face as he smiled at Chance, nodding with understanding and admiration for his choice. Taking a deep breath as his rage cooled, Chance looked around when something caught his attention. Red Sky stood, petting. Honey?
What in the heck? Hey! Didn't you try to kill that dog? How come she likes you and not me?
Snickering, Red Sky pulled a piece of venison jerky from his pocket.
We made peace with meat.
Shaking his head, Chance remembered teasing Honey with jerky around the campfire when she was his captive. It seemed clear now that they would never have peace after that. Chase winced in pain, holding his shoulder as he heard the sound of approaching feet. Looking towards the sound, he saw Belle. At first, she looked mad, ready to pop off more and chide him. But luckily, anger turned to relief and concern, noting how he tried to hide his injury.
I knew you'd get yourself killed without us.
She hollered, before hugging him hard.
Ow, ow, ow! Shoulder.
He said, returning the embrace.
You damn right she dropped it. God, but I was scared for a minute there, y'all.